So we're continuing our series on troublemakers and unconventional saints. And today we're going to talk about someone who is Buddhist. His name was Thích Nhất Hạnh. He was born in Vietnam in 1926. And he became a Buddhist monk when he was 16. So when he was about 8, he first realized the work of the Buddhist monks and their and he wanted to be like himself. 11, so not too much older, right? 5 years he decided to. Okay. So he left his home and joined the monastery, and Buddhist monks practice meditation and in isolation. But then he became involved in what became known as the engaged Buddhist movement. So he believed that inner transformation would lead to transformation of society. And he studied in the United States and returned to Vietnam and founded a relief organization of over 10,000 volunteers on the principles of nonviolence and compassionate action. Now, Buddhists believe and did that all life is suffering, that small suffering might be a feeling jealous of a friend or someone else's possession, and also suffering can be really big, like war or death or injustices, and that we should accept life is hard and difficult, and by doing that, it frees us from believing that new things will make us happy. So in the 60s, Vietnam, where he lived, was at war. And actually, there's some people in the congregation that were there during that war. And he wanted to bring about peace. They came to the United States in 1966 and traveled to the United States and to Europe to advocate for peace and the end to hostilities in Vietnam. And in fact, it was at that time he met, you might recognize who that is. You know who that is? Martin Luther King Jr. And in fact, Martin Luther King Jr. nominated him for a Nobel Peace Prize. Now, unfortunately, the people that were fighting in Vietnam, the North and the South Vietnamese, both of the governments thought they didn't really like him because he wanted there to be peace. So they exiled him, which means he couldn't go back home. So he wound up in France. And he started a movement to help the refugees later from Vietnam, and especially those who left on boats. Now, his major teaching was compassion. For many Buddhists, that means choosing to be vegetarian, or, for example, like we found is insect in the house and living outside, not to kill the spider we find. But also those little acts of compassion, just like taking care of an insect, can help train us for larger acts of compassion. And living out this practice makes us the person enlightened. And he said that a Buddha is someone who's enlightened and capable of loving and forgiving. And it teaches us that life will include suffering just as much as joy and hope. And he passed away finally in 2018, so 1966 to 2018, so about 39 years, he couldn't return back to his home in Vietnam. But finally, he was allowed to return. He even went back to the monastery that he joined when he was 16, and he spent the rest of his days there. And he passed away this year in January. Now, I leave you with the question of what we do in the face of suffering. Because Thích said that it's our response to suffering can either bring more suffering or it can bring relief and hope. You know,